What is good, beautiful being? How are you doing? Today, yeah, girl Esther Joy is going to be talking about channeling. Now, channeling is really something that we all naturally do. When you think about a channel, you probably think of a straw or a stream where energy can flow into and is directed to another deposit, if you will. Well, a lot of things channel. In fact, I have a feeling that if it's alive, it probably is streaming energy in some way and channeling. Now, us humans, we see and perceive things a special sort of way, and when it comes to channeling, we receive information and are able to perceive it and interpret it in also different ways. And I think that's one of the most exciting things. So I'm going to share some examples of channeling. Stick to the end. I'm going to share, a channeled message that through God has given me the authority to be able to share. I will do my best to share. Channeling, I'm going to do my best to really share and give some tips as well if you want to explore more and practically use channeling in your life. So let's start off with understanding that channeling is something that we all naturally do. Now look at me. As I said, channeling is something that we all naturally do. And I mean this like in the most obvious way, like we all are telepathic. We all pick up on each other's energies. So sometimes we just need to understand that the best form of channeling is receiving this energy and then putting it out, channeling it to the correct areas. When we're angry, how do we channel our anger? So all of these emotions are kind of information that goes beyond maybe our understanding, our perception. We still feel it, we still understand it to some level, but there's a lot more energy that we don't fully comprehend or isn't totally interpreted for our mind to understand and is interpreted and translated onto the world. Okay, so channeling. Now, really quickly, aliens, galactic beings, angels, God, these cosmic energies. Channeling is important to understand that our crown is this opening, like a bottle. Like I'll use my cup right here that opens up. I pour water into it. I am replenished. The lower body, my 3D body, my physical being is replenished by this. So when we channel, we're opening ourselves up to a realm that is above us, that goes beyond us, that it goes beyond our even perception, beyond this, into a realm where we can draw forth this energy that we want to bring into the physical. So, channeling. A lot of the times it's with information. You might hear the word downloads, right? People call them downloads. Oh, I got a download today, So there's a lot of different things and what we call them, all great stuff. But why is it important to understand? Well, first off, you can channel, especially there are different kinds of channels. When you're in a group of people, you might have like this mob effect where you just pick up so much on this collective consciousness that is surrounding you. That is the most dominant thought that everybody's thinking or energy that's being present, and it begins to be channeled into your body and you start acting with the mob. You start acting with the group without even thinking. So one thing you can know when you're channeling is for sometimes you are not consciously aware of what you are doing. It's kind of like something is working through you and is not entirely you because it's just working through you and your consciousness is able to observe this. Don't be afraid of this, but it's kind of the observer effect. Have discernment. What are you doing during this time? How is it making you feel? What is going on? That is the most important thing when we talk about channeling. It's not good to be afraid of it because guess what? If you're afraid of it, you opened yourself up to this channel of fear, and that's what's going to be acting through your body. So just allow yourself to be aware of how your channel works, how your vessel works in terms of the energy that can flow into it and is released and what that release looks like, what actions are taken. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about, I'll talk a little bit about light language because I love using this form of, crystals. You can use crystals, channeling crystals, using crystals to channel. Crystals are in our phone and our technology actually as a way to kind of connect the channels, just like channels on the TV or on the radio. These different frequencies that are synced up and able to be received and interpreted into energy that has significance to us. So when we're channeling, it's really important to have intention. My biggest tip for those who are beginning to channel is to have discernment. The best way to have discernment is to have an intention. And then when you have your intention, you will be able to discern what is not a part of your intention and what is. So having an ultimate intention, I think the best and safest one is being like, hey, I want to channel for God. I want to open myself up to God and all God's goodness and all that God gives me to really receive and to interpret and to share really purely into the world. This is also a great way to clear. Now, if you want to know more about clearing your channel, if you're struggling with being able to channel, check out the Check Your Chakras mini course or the Check Your Chakras course, which goes through the chakras, and you will understand why it's so important to have clarity on each center of your body and being for this channel to come through and what happens when they're imbalanced. So there's that. Now, back on topic, channeling is important for you to have that intention. It's important for you to practice discernment. It's also very important for you to have faith in what you are channeling in terms of, do you believe in what you're saying? It isn't about repetition, okay? There are chants and mudras and affirmations. Some people use those and they try to see if they say a certain amount of reps, then that's going to do something. That's not channeling. Channeling is divine inspiration that comes through you, moves through other people, is connected to the cosmic creator, the oneness source of all life. So when you are channeling, allow yourself to know that there are also other spirits. That's why we need to practice discernment, because there are lower entities that may want to take possession of your body. Channeling and possession are a little bit different. You have control of your body when you are channeling. You are consciously opening yourself up. Possession, it starts out the same way, just like you can only invite a vampire in, but once it's in your house, then things start to deteriorate. So being aware of this. Now, you can always channel what you need. You can connect to God. You can connect to your higher spirit. Some people just pray. Praying is a form of channeling when you really put your heart into it. And you allow yourself to connect with this higher being and let this energy rain down so it can best serve you and those around in your vicinity for the time being. Okay. And we talked about channeling. I like to use light language. I like to use this creative flow to understand that I can connect to any thought vibration. Infinite possibilities are lying within this moment, and it is time for me to tap into that and allow myself to really explore that, fully releasing expectations for what I think I should say, do, think, or feel. Just releasing those and allowing what comes through to be honored and respected and understood for what it is. Not even trying to put labels on it. Just let it flow, and then afterwards, it's really important when you begin to channel to record yourself or have some form of recollection so you can understand what you did and really have practiced discernment. Okay, so if you're interested in learning more about channeling, especially using light language, then check out the Light Resonance portal, which talks all about using light language and also goes through the chakras to clear each chakra and really balance and center them, utilizing light language as our stream source of channeling. Also, there is the Channeling 101 workshop in there as a bonus, so you'll get more information on channeling as well. Okay, so final thoughts on channeling and just moving forward as you channel, really understanding that, again, this is something that naturally happens. We all have specific areas where we are more easily able to receive energy. Some of us are able to see things, visualize them very easily. Some to hear them, some to feel them, some to know them. Now, each person, and we all have a roundabout, on a scale of all of these different channels. Some are more open, some are more refined or constricted. It's important to know and understand that everybody's experience is going to look different channeling, and to give yourself the time and the patience and the compassion to understand and really hone in on that intention. Why do you want to channel? Make sure it's pure, because it might not be that fun if it's not. That's all I'll say. So have pure intentions when you do channel. Really use that energy. Now, you can use channeling, and I've used channeling for video ideas. Right now, I'm technically channeling. I don't really pre-plan things. I just have okay, this is what we're going to do, and then we do it. Is this even on... Yeah, this is even on my list of topics. It's just what's coming through, because I've thought of, and I asked, what would be the best thing to talk about? Channeling, great. Let's talk about it, about channeling through the information needed. Great way to use channeling and asking questions, self-discovery, as well as helping problem solving. So serving others, allowing yourself to channel through information that may be used. And I think the best way to use channeling is really to kind of mold your persona. Now, that sounds a little interesting, and maybe I'll make a separate video if you you would like and request so. But if you're really wanting to become the person that you want to do, you can actually channel that future self into this current moment by just understanding and realizing that you're connected to this infinite potential and reality, and it's awesome. So I hope that you found this, valuable, that you'll use some of what you learned and heard in this video to help you as you continue to channel safely and intentionally with the energy that is given you. There are many ways to channel energy. It's not just all connecting to cosmic beings and communicating with them and allowing them to communicate through you. It can be as simple as really focusing on doing the best with the job that you're put to do and tapping into the energy that would assist you best at that time. Realizing that you can, just like a radio, switch channels and get the one that will best serve you in that moment. I hope, again, that you like this. Press a thumbs up if you did. If you want me to do part 2, I definitely will. Let me know. Check out the Light Resonance Portal, or check your chakras. Your choice. Choose below. And I will see you in the next video. God bless. Namaste.